Right, I think we are live. G'day guys and girls. Welcome back to the Race Spec Esports YouTube channel. It's Sunday night, which means, of course, it is Race Spec Leagues night, as always, on a Sunday night. And we're getting into the nitty-gritty of this season, obviously, with only 4 races to go. That includes this one. Championship is still on the line in RS4 side of things. But round 12 takes us to the Spanish Grand Prix. 16 corners, 4.655 kilometres, 2.892 miles, 2 DRS zones, 1 down the front straight, 1 between turns 9 and 10. 16 corners. It'll be probably one of the last times you'll see this track map, obviously, before the upgraded version obviously gets implemented for the next game. Right, why don't we take you to the live stream right about now. There we go. Get some on-track action right about now. As you can see, a few guys actually using the new layout by the looks of things at the moment. So, you can see we've got a nice number of roll-up here tonight with the 17 runners here. I was a little bit worried here, actually, that we were going to have a few less numbers because, and of course, first off, happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there. Obviously, there's going to be, including to my mum, of course, who I'm absolutely spoiled rotten, as always. Took her out for a nice breakfast, and, yeah, she obviously was spending the rest of the day. Oh, that's a bit of a sideways moment there for banana cake pie, but, and that's probably just ruined his lap time, so, yeah, she's absolutely spoiled rotten. I love my mum, and I hope all the mums had a great Mother's Day out there. So we are probably missing a few regulars because of Mother's Day, which is probably going to happen that sort of way. It's sort of a 6 to 1, half a dozen in the other, really. That a few people would get a little bit caught up with other commitments, like obviously with Mother's Day. So, yeah, as you can see, we are missing a few regulars. I'll actually go through it, who we are missing. Where's my notes here? Very quickly. So we are missing Half King in the Haas. We're missing Metz in the Ferrari. We're missing a Scooter Matata. Also missing Green Reaper. That's not how I spelled Green Reaper in my notes, but anyway. And Chapasaurus Rex. So they're the regulars that are not here. So we've still got 17 drivers, which is not too bad overall. Some drivers I've not probably seen ever competing in the race spec side of things. I could say, I'm not sure. These guys could be in other tiers. I'm not 100% sure, but they could be just reserve drivers as well. So, yeah, so we've still got a handy number of drivers with us tonight. So that's not all too bad. So we've already got a few lap times at the moment. Ned Hug My Dog, we've got him back for the Spanish Grand Prix. He's leading the way with a 15.023 currently at the moment there at the Alfa Romeo P1. Patuca there in position 2 at a 15.095. Looks like he's just about to start another flying lap here on a set of soft compounded tyres. Got Bags Liddell here in position 3 in the Red Bull. There's Will, who's way off the road here in the other Alfa Romeo. I think he was just getting out of somebody else's road there. And the other Mercedes, I think it was Chippy. We've got Scotty, still our championship leader. Position 5 at a 15.474. Cavuti there in 6th, 15.555. In 6th, Banana Cake Pie in 7th at a 15.657. And they got Ecos Chris, who, like I said, I've not heard of that name before. But and then they got Artie Cheng's in the position 9, and that's Deputy Dilldog there in position 10. That's one of the game it takes that's not shown up. I mean, also we've got The Rock in 11th, the best of the medium compounded tyre runners at the moment. Hasn't quite improved on his lap time there on his second run, I don't think. We've also Chippy. Someone just went out of shot there for a second. That'll be way. I think that might have been Patuca, actually, who's obviously gone a little bit way off there compared to what he was. Got Kick Butt. We got, so where was I? Chippy there in 12th. Kick Butt Kiwi in 13th. Jay Nachos still yet to set a lap time with Ecos Rick. Volcanic, who's already retired. And I'm going to need clarification with this one again. I think it is Ivan. That's not what I wanted. What am I looking at? Yeah, Ivan Belov is in the Williams. I think he's usually a regular in this tier, but he hasn't been here the last few races, and I think his usual seats are Racing Point or something along those lines. Not exactly sure about that one, but hopefully we're not having too many drop frames for the viewers out there that are watching, as he just goes, Ivan just goes into P9 there with a 16.054. So hopefully try and remember that as best I can. So, as always, if you're in the chat, VSR Roscoe, I'm in the hosting chair as always. Well, in the lead commentator's box as he is. So, you guys should probably know that as, hello, what the hell's going on here into the pit lane? That's, okay, that was very weird from what I just saw then. With Bags, Liddell and Cavuti, and I think, yeah, that'd probably be right. Bags, Liddell get a 5-place grid penalty for that fun. I'm not entirely sure what the go was there. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of ghosting was going on there, as Will absolutely cuts the pit lane exit there, but he's coming straight back into the pit lane. So as always, let me know if you're watching down the live chat. Always love to hear your thoughts. Like I said, hopefully not having too many drop frames throughout the stream, but you can already see there's a few comments already in the live stream. Volcanic, I've already crashed that already. You can see that because your car's at the back of the grid. You want to explain to me, Volcanic, where you crashed? Because I completely missed that one altogether, so... I don't even really want to read that second message here. I don't know why, but it's out there, obviously, for everybody to see. So, it's not me. I can guarantee you that. But if it is your mum's birthday, Volcanic, happy birthday to your mum. Anyway, yeah, TRT Ralkio is the other one. It's not here. He's usually in the Williams. Sorry, in one of the Williams cars, I should say. But Ned also in the chat, he must be doing this while he is obviously not when he was driving the car. Obviously, he was currently driving the car and he's back in the pit lane at the moment. Haven't raced for ages, yeah. I think it's been a couple of races. I think you've missed the last couple of races, Ned, to be honest. So, obviously for valid reasons, obviously. But we'll probably have a look at the championship standings at the moment. I was a bit worried that he wasn't going to be racing here this weekend, because that probably would have been nearly a championship done and dusted, considering Scotty got a fairly good margin. We'll look at that constructors standings in between, obviously, when quality is done and before the race starts, obviously. Crashed out within the first 20 seconds of the session. That's never a good sign, Volcanic. So, which is your favourite Grand Prix for the last two Grand Prix? This one or the Mexican Grand Prix last week? I think it'll be the interesting one. Up at the flat right-hander, lost the car, got murdered by the barrier. Okay, yeah. I assume that's the one coming out of turn 9. Probably not a... can we say it's not as bad a crash as what we saw in Pacific Tier 3 early in the weekend? I could be wrong, but... Tom Charlson supporting Ned in the live chat as well. Good to see you, Tom. There's a Patuca now to the top with a first one into the 14s as we speak. 14.898. This guy's been on fire at the moment ever since we've obviously moved across to the RS4 side of things. But he's on a 3-race winning streak at the moment, is Patuca, so he's on fire at the moment. I would not be surprised. This is probably early stages here. I know he uses assist, but I would not be surprised if he maybe might have to turn assist off for maybe the next game potentially, and is he maybe he's making some moves up the grid. So I mean, if he did this early on in the season, I dare say he'd be up in a lot higher tier. That is for sure. So I'm not having to laugh at you, Volcanic. Only racing this week, you are, Ned. Okay, so obviously, yeah, the championship's still on the line at the moment, but still make some points in row here. Of course, obviously this round, and we've got Japan, Monaco, and Brazil to finish up the season, the next 3 races. So There's a Patuka already. He's retired, so he feels like this lap time is pretty good at the moment. Patuka's the real Hamilton 2020 of RS4. Yeah, probably not wrong. I mean, he's only taken part of, what is he taking part? This is his 4th race in RS4, and what's he had? Well, a win and a fastest lap and a win. I think he's probably had a few poles along the way as well. So, yeah, probably not wrong. Probably would not surprise me. I mean, if he takes some assists away from him, he might maybe lose a bit of pace. But, I mean, with the pace he's shown off so far this season, yeah, that was definitely, as you can see there, Will's just taking a bit of a example of what's going to be the proper turn 10 come the next game, I would think. Not doing that way, going through the final couple of corners there, just missing the chicane massively through there. So that used to be one of the old ways, but now it's not the case anymore. Chippy into 16.228. I think he's still on a fly at the moment. Those red light, hello, I'm all over the shop. Red fuel light is on. Okay, Ned, it was Ned, okay. Yep, oh, that's all good, Volcanic. I was a bit worried there for a second. I thought, did I do something wrong? Okay, that's fair enough. But, already got the odds in the live chat. I've not... Please gamble responsibly. We're not a betting channel, let's be honest. Yeah, but please gamble responsibly if you are going to have a bet. Just, that's all I'm going to say there. But, apparently that's where the odds are at the moment for the outright win, as you can see there. But again, I'm not a betting man, so and this is not obviously real sort of thing. So but we'll focus on the last few laps here. Who do you reckon is going to take pole? Has Patuka got this in the bag, or can... Oh, that's a bit Waikavudi, and in the wall. Oh, okay, that was an interesting way to go through the wall, and he's out of qualifying, so that's his lap time done and dusted. So we've got under 2 minutes left to go. Patuka, the only man at the moment in the 14s. So it'll be interesting to see whether anybody else can crash into the 14s. Yeah, I know, Tom. It was just jokes. I know it is, but obviously you just want to be careful sometimes, because you never know. I don't want the video to be taken down for copyright or anything with any issues with like betting companies. That's all. So let's just be cautious. Might start on the hards, Volcanic. It might not be a bad idea. Although just be aware, obviously the hard competitor tyres will be dead set cold. So just remember that one very cautiously. It'd be good for the opposite strategy, but just be mindful they'll be dead cold. So you've got to get those tyres up to temperature, and you never know, safety cars could play a part throughout this race. Obviously it didn't happen in Tier 4, Pacific Tier 4 I should say, but Tier 3 definitely happened a bit at a time. So who is going to be the first one to complete a lap time here? Is it one of the Hasses? No, I think they're just about to start a lap, so they're just waiting till the last minute. I think it might be Ecos Rick might be the first one here, so get a little bit sideways there onto the dirt. Hopefully we haven't losing too much drop frames. That's the microphone volume, guys. I've just turned it down a little bit compared to what it was last week as well, if you're watching. As Ecos Rick goes to the top, 14.809. Wow, that came from nowhere. Who else is on a flyer here? We got somebody just jumped up there. Ecos Chris just jumped into the top 5 with a 15.168. Just stay off the racing line here at the moment. The Deputy... No, it's not Deputy Dildog. It's Artie Cheng's who's invalidated, so I don't think he'll be doing a flyer. Here comes the Williams of Ivan. He finishes 13th in with a 15.827, so he can start on whatever tyre compound he wants. Now let's have a look here at Deputy Dildog. In only 12th at the moment. One of the McLarens is way off the road. I'm going to say that's Jay Nachos. Hopefully he's not having some wheel dramas like he was last week in Mexico. I'll try and explain that a little bit further on, but goes 11th, 15.624, so he just misses out on getting inside the top 10 as Kickbutt Kiwi is going to retire into the pit lane. Who's that Haas there? That's Scotty in position 4. He'll be giving his absolute all. Can he take pole? No, he goes to the front row of the grid though at a 14.866. So splits Ecos Rick and Patuka there. So very nice lap time from the championship leader. Who we got? The Red Bull of Bags Liddell here in position 6. Can he make any inroads? We've only got 3 guys already in the 14s. Can anybody else join that club? Yes, Liddell goes to the top with an 14.712. Very nice lap time from Bags Liddell. Who else is on a lap? Ned Hug My Dog. Is he going to finish his lap? He goes to the front row of the grid with a 14.771. Artie Cheng's would have been a 15.8, so he wouldn't have probably got to 13th in the end. Who are we waiting on? Just Banana, I think. I think he's actually going to come into the pit lane. So that is your qualifying for the Spanish Grand Prix. Might try mediums since I died on cold softs and quali. Yeah, well. Again, I'm not trying to decide your strategy here, Volcanic. So you pick whatever's the best for you anyway. But yeah, what a lap in the end. But Bags, oh, that's right. Well, Bags Liddell has got pole position, but he'll start from position 6, obviously with a 5-place grid penalty. So it'll be Ned Hug My Dog on the front, starting from position 1. Look at that. It's under a 1/10 of a second between the top 3 overall. So not too bad, considering for RS4. Scotty there so it'll be Ned Hug My Dog from pole. Ecos Rick in 2nd. Scotty in 3rd. Patuka in 4th. Then Ecos Chris in 5th. Then it'll be Bags Liddell in 6th once his 5-place grid penalty is added on. Then it's Will in 7th. Rock in 8th. Banana Cake Pie in 9th. And Kavuti rounds out your 10. And it's Deputy Dilldog 11th. Jane Nachos 12th. Ivan 13th. Kickbutt Kiwi. Chippy. Artie Cheng's. And at the rear of the grid is the Mercedes of Volcanic. So, while these guys work out what strategies they're going to set, what tyres they're going to start on, obviously top 10 will be starting on whatever tyres they want. I'll take a quick breather and we'll be back shortly. Alright, we're back. Hopefully my voice doesn't go earlier on. Actually, I might need a quick drink. But there's your championship standings on your screen. So you can see there, it's a 46-point gap there between Scotty and Ned Hug My Dog here. So, like I think Ned has already mentioned in the chat, this could be his last race for probably the season. So he's only got one other chance to make some inroads before, obviously with the last 3 races, looking like Scotty potentially is in the prime position to take the championship. You can see where everybody is up and down the grid. I'll look quickly at the constructors standings. Hopefully I've got the right ones up. So that's still up for grabs as well between Haas and Alfa Romeo. So that battle is not quite done yet. And it's Renault, Williams, Red Bull, Mercedes, McLaren, Racing Point, AlphaTauri, and Ferrari round out your top 10. Also, go check out the other tiers that are going on at the moment when you get a chance, if anything gets boring, obviously. Hopefully it doesn't get too boring. But RS2 and RS5 are currently going on at the moment. So good mixture up and down the grid. Only one outside the top 10 that's starting on softs is Jay Nachos. Everybody else is starting on the medium competitive tires. We actually lost Ned Hug My Dog. He disconnected literally on the formation lap, but hopefully we've got him back for the race start, which is just about to get underway here. Hopefully the lights will come on. There we go. So 3, 4, 5 red lights. And away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix in RS4. It's a good start for the pole sitter after rejoining during the formation lap. But he takes the lead comfortably into turn 1. It costs Rick up there in position 2. He runs a little bit deep, does the Alfa Romeo. Can we get through turn 1 clearly? Oh, one of the Alpha Tauris is in the background getting a little bit sideways. Here goes Patuka, I think that is, in the racing point up the inside. He'll take second spot. He might lose another spot here as the Alpha gets a little bit of contact, possibly. I don't know. That might be a little bit of lag on my screen. Of course, it is all everybody against each other here. Scotty and I think the Alpha of Ned is dropping back here a little bit. He's dropped back to 4th now. Might actually be nearly 5th at this moment of time as he just hangs on for the time being. All the other Alpha gets very deep as someone got very sideways there. Nacho's already making some moves. He's up into 7th spot. So he's made up 5 as he runs it very wide. Somebody went very wide as well. So he comes through turn 9 and 10. Up the inside, they're going nearly 3 wide in the background there. Who was it? It's Volcanic, I think. A little bit of contact between these guys. I think Artie Cheng's ended up badly out of all of that. Oh, one of the Mercedes is around. That's Chippy in the Mercedes. And he retires straight away on the spot. I don't understand why. Hopefully that doesn't bring out a safety car. Banana Cake Pie's also had some issues by the looks of things. So he must have just basically, it's just a rage quit, I'd say, for Chippy. That's a very strange one. Usually you would have retired in the pit lane, not just do that, basically. So hopefully it doesn't bring out a safety car. Just ignore the lap 2 graphic glitch as it always happens here. So it's definitely not Bags Liddell. It is Ecos Rick that is leading the way at the moment in the Haas over Patuka in position 2. Then it's Ecos Chris here. So plenty of Ecos guys up and about. Ned Hug My Dog there in 4th. Looks like he's lagging a little bit on my screen. Of course, that just might be my internet. Scotty in 5th. And then Bags Liddell in 6th. Will in 7th. Jay Nacho's good, made some good inroads. He's up into 8th. Oh, someone went very wide there. Who was that? Somebody ran very wide. I didn't actually know who it was. It might have just been lag as well. But he's up. Jay Nacho's 8th. Ivan 9th. And Kick Butt Kiwi ran to the 10. Volcanic already up to 11th as well. So nice job from him. Looking in the foreground here. So Rick looks like he's got the good speed at the moment in this Haas. Patuka has got a bit of somebody else to race with this week. And not dominating like he was the last couple of weeks. But in the background there goes Ned. He's going to put some pressure here on Ecos Chris up the inside of the turn 1. Breaks very late. Just manages to get ahead. Just manages to hang on. So he gets into 3rd spot onto the podium. Now puts the car in between him and his nearest championship rival, of course, is the championship leader. That's Scotty there in position 5. We know, obviously, Scotty, he didn't have a great race back at Mexico, but he just kept it nice and clean. Obviously, actually had 0 penalties, and that's when he take advantage of it. When you got people, obviously, that have penalties up the front, and you don't have any penalties behind you, you'll take good advantage and reap some good results, which he ended up finishing 5th last week. So it's 2 5th placings in a row for Scotty there. So he's trying to put pressure now on Ecos Chris up into 10-10. Probably won't get a move done here. Of course, Chris was still in the DRS. He gets a little bit sideways. Took probably a little bit too much curve there, but Chris still within that 1 second bracket, although he's just dropped out of it a little bit. Although running wide like that, he'll definitely drop out of the 1 second bracket here. So he might come under attack here from Scotty. We might stick a board here. If Scotty can get a good run out of this final chicane. But still Rick leading the way as we begin lap 4. That was not the greatest of runs there for the Renault driver, so he's going to be easily passed down here even before turn 1. And I reckon Bags Liddell might not be too far behind as he gets up the backside of the Renault. Don't think that was initially planned there, but now he's put that position as, here we go, Nachos and Ivan battling for position as he gives a little bit of a nudge there between these two as Kickbutt and Volcanic are also battling for position. Oh, looked like Kickbutt was going to head up in the wall there, but Hopefully that wasn't an advantage given gain there, but Volcanic into the 10. Oh, bit of contact now between Liddell and Chris. They get away with it, so Liddell up in the 5th now as these guys, Ivan and Jay Nacho, still battling away for position. Because Nacho's got to take advantage of this while he's on the soft competitor tyres and he gets back ahead. It's not really a passing opportunity around this point of the lap, but usually later on it is. So up into turn 10 we go. Here he goes up the inside. It's a big dive bomb. It probably hasn't worked out, and Volcanic may take advantage of this. He does, as Nachos gets the first 3 second time penalty of the race. So back we go. It's 0.8 of a second between Patuka and Ned. But Rick has just started to pull away a little bit more. Now we'll take advantage of Chris's coming back into the pack. Look at the difference, the straight line speed here. And Alpha's got some serious straight line speed over Chris. And with the help of DRS, gets up into 6th spot. So Chris is drifting in that other Renault. Cavuti, I think, had to come into the pit lane by the looks of it for maybe a front wing change, and he's gone onto the mediums. I think Banana's got caught up somewhere along that line. I'm not exactly sure where, but he's way down in 15th. Who else is close here? Look at this. Volcanic all over the back as he thinks about it. Up the inside of Nachos. Gives him a little bit of a squeeze there. Gets away with it. That won't impress Volcanic, I dare say. What I was going to mention with Jay Nachos, what happened last week at Mexico, I thought there was a little bit of coming together with he and I can't remember who else it was battling with at the time, but apparently he was having some wheel dramas last week, so hence why he fell off the... why his car ended up in the wall the way he did and why he rage quit is... Oh, hello, what's happening here? Ivan's getting absolutely swamped by the looks of it. So his car's right, left and centre. Oh, there goes a bit of wing from, I think, one of the Alpha Tauris. I don't know which one it was. I'm going to say, looking at that, I think it's Deputy Dilldog, because I think he's missing an end plate. He is, so he'll have to come into the pit lane. Because already we're having pit stops. Scotty's in and Chris is in, so they're already getting off their soft competitor tyres. So I was initially thinking that these guys would maybe push on for a little bit, but... which you certainly can. Obviously, your 2-stop is probably the way to go if you're doing soft, medium, medium. But if you're doing the 1-stop, medium to hard, then it's going to be... You have to push on a little bit longer. You can do soft to hard as well, but it is a little bit difficult to get it done. So Scotty comes out in plenty of fresh air in 13th. He's on the medium, so is Chris. Deputy Dilldog's gone the hard, so he's got to try and maybe go to the end of the race. He'll drop back in position 16, obviously. So there's only 16 drivers left. These guys are sort of pulled away. Rick's absolutely bolting. 2.3 seconds the margin between he and Patuka. So Patuka's got some... I'm trying to think of the damn word. What is it? He's got some competition this time around. There's Volcanic and Nacho still side by side. That was an interesting camera shot there, but he's up in the 6th spot here. So making some good inroads at the moment. Chris gets the 3-second time penalty as Rick is into the lane. He manages to get it slowed down. There's also Ned follows and also Bags Liddell. So a lot of these guys will be covering off the early stoppers. We'll have to keep an eye on where Scotty comes out. Where these comes out. I'm all over the shop here. Where these guys come out in relation to Scotty, because he's the first car that's pitted. So it looks like majority mediums. So there's Rick leaving the lane now. Where's Ned? He's just leaving the lane, I think. Here comes Scotty, just on cue. He won't get past Ned, I don't think. He's going to try and outbrake him, but no, he can't. So you're going to have to try and take advantage of this while he's on cold tyres. I think he's gaining an advantage on this. You see Ned, obviously, Ned Hug My Dog just taking the defensive line there just to try and break the slipstream. Scotty's going to try and take advantage of this while he's still on cold tyres. But about halfway through the lap is when the temperature starts to come up, and that's when he'll maybe start to pull away here. But Rick's maybe extended that margin just a fraction for the time being. So Patuka's now the race leader by 5 seconds over Will in second in the Alfa Romeo. And the first of the medium competitor tyre runners, Volcanic in the 3rd, and Kick Butt Kiwi's not far behind in 4th. Ivan in 5th, then The Rock in 6th. So there's only 4 guys left. Make that, there'll probably be 3 because Patuka is now in the lane. To get off the soft competitor tyres, here comes Will as well. So that'll allow Volcanic to take the race lead for the time being. For how long, though? We'll wait and see with the kick butt Kiwi can make some inroads. Patuka going to hard compound tyres, so he's doing the one stop to the end of this race. Because that was good timing, literally coming out of the pit lane as well. Will in for mediums, as well as the Rock. And who else was that? Yeah, Will in and Rock also in. So Patuka comes out in front of Ned. So he maintains the position, but he's on cold tyres, so you'll have to manage these while these guys have done a lap. In this case, Scotty's done 2 laps on these medium compounded tyres. So Ned has a look into turn 4, but not really quite close enough here. This will be an interesting battle group here, and this will just be allowing Rick to just pull away. Look at the margin he's got, nearly 4 seconds. So he's starting to close up to a little bit of traffic here in the form of Banana Cake Pie. Of course, is yet to stop here. The top 5 have yet to stop at this stage. And Banana's the only one left on the soft compounded tyres, so he might be trying to go long here, maybe going to the hards till the end of the race. These guys are very close between these two, so there might be a lead change very shortly. Kavuti, 3-second time penalty. Kickbutt can get a good run out of here. It was sort of okay. With the DRS, he'll take probably full advantage of this. I don't think Volcanic will probably fight this too much here. As you can see, there he goes. So Kickbutt now takes the race lead. Volcanic will probably just try to settle in behind and build up some ERS as Rick gets past Banana for position. We'll let these guys behind here. Patuka is managing to just stay ahead for the time being over Ned. Also Scotty just putting the pressure on. Here comes Will on Chris. And he gets past him. That's on fresh rubber, of course. 1 lap difference, I think there is in a tyre compound, or 2 laps. Actually, so Rick now starting to close in here on Artie Chengs, who's also yet to stop. So the medium compounded tyre runners will probably take him, probably be very close to the midway, if not probably lap 14, 15. I didn't actually read some notes beforehand, so I'm probably a little bit behind the game here, but I'll hopefully rectify that for the next round, which will be the Japanese Grand Prix. So the gap may start to come down a little bit. Obviously, Rick will have the advantage for now, but of course, he'll have to make another stop and probably have to make his way through traffic, I dare say, because Patuka's looking likely to go to the end on the hard compounded tyres. They will be very worn out, but you look in prime position. That's an interesting position to make a move there. I don't think I've ever seen anybody try a move there, but Rick gets past Artie Chengs. It was probably the wrong idea because he might get him back here down the front straight as Rick covers the inside line. As Artie Chengs break deep into turn 1. There's a little bit of contact between these two. A little bit of ghosting, actually, as Artie Chengs goes way off the road here. Scotty gets a 3-second time penalty. So he's not going to be have any 0 penalties this week compared to last week. Now Patuka starting to close in here to to Ned. Well, actually, that might have been a change for position there. I might have missed that as well. So I think it is. So Ned's got back up in the 2nd spot for now, ahead of Patuka, and then Scotty. And then Bags Liddell putting a bit of pressure on Scotty as well. Patuka gets a 3-second time penalty for his trouble. So, no, this is not good. He's red Xing a little bit, is Ned. So I think I know his internet's probably not the best. So I have to keep an eye on that one just to see whether he doesn't disconnect again. It's still Kickbutt leading the way by 1.2 seconds now over Volcanic. So these guys have just started to pull away. Kickbutt just extending that margin a little bit more. Like I said, Volcanic will just probably build up his ERS a little bit more. So he's around, that's similar to Kickbutt, which he pretty much is. Ivan in 3rd and Rick in 4th, as I think Ned just set the fast lap of the race at 18.041 there. Now Alpha Romeo, so he's slowly but surely starting to make inroads to Artie Chengs. Of course, Rick has already cleared Artie Chengs, and he'll be catching up to the next car, which will be Ivan in position 3. So he'll be starting to pull away here. This is probably one of the nearest closest battles we've got here. Max Liddell's just putting a bit of pressure here on Scotty for position 8 and 9. It'll obviously fix itself once the top 3 and 5th place. Yellow flags, that looks like Deputy Dilldog, I want to say it is. That turn 2. So he looks like he's gone for a bit of a spin. I'll just double check to see whether he's got front wing damage. He might have gotten away with it. I think, yes, he's still got his end plates there, so it looks like he may have got away with it. Jay Nacho's 3-second time penalty. I think somebody else may have got a penalty as well. It might be Ivan, I'm not sure. It's Rick closing up to the back of Ivan now. He will get the DRS as well, so that'll help him out. I don't think he'll be close enough for a run here, although prove me wrong. Ned also closing into Artie Cheng's for position 5. I don't think he's really quite close enough for a move there. No, Rick wasn't quite close enough for a move either. So, Fatuka just dropping out of the 1 second bracket here, so he can't afford to drop away too much. Obviously, he'll start to come back into fruition a little bit later once the mediums start to die off a bit, but Ned has a little look at Artie Cheng's. No can do. Keep an eye on Rick as well. Some inroads on Ivan in for position 3, which will be effectively the race lead. As usual, guys and girls, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already to the Race Spec Esports channel. Go follow their Twitch channel as well. That usually gets a few streams now and then. As here comes Rick up the inside. And he gets position 3 now. So that's pretty simple there. As Ned still stuck behind Artie Cheng's here. So he's losing a lot of ground here to the race leader. Of course, well, the effective race leader will be Rick in position 3. So he'll be hoping to get a move done on the front straight, I would think, considering Artie Cheng's has not got DRS here. So if he gets a good run here, this is just a little group starting to form here a little bit behind Artie Cheng. So, which I don't think he'll fight too much here as he goes to the inside line here and will take advantage. Here comes Patuka. He might take advantage of this as well. I thought he was going to try and go for 2 for 1 here. He might, you never know, but no, he just settles in behind. Gets past, but he's now back in this fight here for now. Now Scotty will have to try and clear Artie Cheng's here very quickly. Dirty Air does not help through these corners. Don't know if Artie Cheng's will fight too much here. There's a little bit of contact there as he may have just pushed him a little bit wide and, well, he gets past him in the end and so does Bags Liddell. So that was probably inevitable there. So up in the 7th spot now, Volcanic 3-second time penalty. He's just started to drop away. He's just still in that region, but he's just starting to drop away a little bit here, and he'll be under attack very shortly from Ecos Rick in position 3. Rock on the soft compounded tyres, which I'm a bit surprised about. Maybe just trying to recover a bit of lost ground earlier on. He's down in 12th position at the moment. CB and I, where are we here? Patuka onto the back of Ned once again. So he'll be in the DRS window. So I think he might be going for a move. He gets a good run out of this corner, which, I mean, Ned got a much better run out of there, but when it gets the drive out of here, we'll wait and see as someone else got a 3-second time penalty. I'm going to say it was Deputy Dilldog. I'm not 100% sure, but he's not really quite close enough here for a move. Yellow's in Sector 2. That'll be Deputy Dilldog once again. It looks like he's had it off at the exit of Turn 9. Will another 3-second time penalty. So stack it up already out of the penalty situation. There they are on your screen. So Bags Liddell's putting a lot of pressure as well on the back of Scotty. Ecos Chris, another 3-second time penalty. So if you guys already reckon up to 6 seconds worth of penalties, that being those 4 guys, Will, Ecos Chris, Rock, and Jay Nachos. 3 seconds for Volcanic as Deputy Dilldog's in the pit lane as he's going to retire from the race, I think. So yeah, he's not had the greatest of race, unfortunately, for Deputy Dilldog. Because Chris, another 3-second time penalty. So let's have a look. That's where we are with the stops at the moment. So there's 4 guys. Yep, 4 guys left to stop. Nacho's another 3-second time penalty. Where are we here with this group here? Rick's closing in here to the back of Volcanic. This could be a change, although he's using a lot of overtake. Want to be careful of the car. But he gets it done, I think. Does he? He'll fight. He'll fight. Volcanic will have to cut the chicane a little bit there, but he gets the move done. Ivan and Artie Cheng's are now finally come in. He's going to go into the hards, which probably was the inevitable tie for them. So away they go. So the order will shake up a little bit more, as you'll see. So we've still got 2 guys left to pit, being Kick Butt Kiwi and Volcanic. They're probably not too far away from a pit stop. I mean, the guys on the on their first set of mediums will probably be they'll probably push to about lap 20, maybe a bit less, a couple of laps earlier. Maybe it's a bit hard to tell. So they'll be pushing on as much as they can while they've got the grip up their sleeve. So Patuka again closing in. There's a bit of a group starting to form here with these 4 cars, with Ned leading the way over over Patuka, Scotty, and Bags Liddell. Out of these 4 cars, as the Rock gets past Chris, tried to crisscross here, side by side. That was just a little bit of a tight squeeze, but he got it done just. Rock probably won't be too thrilled about that one, but he got it done. So he might have to wait another time here. Here we go. Patuka for position. Oh, Ned goes very late. That could have ended ugly there. That was nearly flashbacks to, I think, the Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton moment from a couple of years back I saw just recently. I know the real-life Spanish Grand Prix is happening this weekend, but that was very, very lucky that didn't end badly there in a big crash there. But, gee whiz. He's a very lucky boy there. I don't know, that Stewart's up here inquiry might be happening here. Kavuti's back in again for his second stop. Another set of mediums. So this rate, all top 15 drivers will be scoring points. If everybody finishes, or the rest of these drivers finish the race, obviously Deputy Bulldog and Chippy won't score points because it's only top 15 that score points in this league. But whoever gets the fastest lap, they get to keep that. Let's get back to this group here as Patuka and Ned are still near each other once again. Patuka's trying to pull away as Chris is out of the race. Where's he crashed at turn 9? Safety car. This is going to spice things up now. As Kickbutt is in, and as well as Volcanic, so they're going to take advantage. I wouldn't be surprised. Rick's missed the pit lane, so he'll have to do an extra lap on what he's got it. And everybody else will take advantage of this. Anybody on the mediums will take advantage. So obviously he'll still have a delta time, I believe. Will Rick. But Kickbutt Kiwi out in second spot now by the looks of things. A Volcanic in third. So they're looking pretty nicely at the moment on the hards. Scotty's gone the hards. And he's been left, I think. He just manages to stay ahead of Bags Liddell. But here comes, who was that? One of the Williams, I think. Here comes Ivan. He's going to slot in nicely. He probably has to slot in behind Scotty, I'd say. We'll wait and see confirmation on that one. I think you might... a bit hard to tell there, but you might have to slot into 7th here, so hopefully there wasn't any illegal overtakes. Nachos and Rock are also in, so there'll be a lot of people coming in. So this will bunch up the field, obviously. And I think Rick will take a pit stop with this one as well. See, he's still under Delta time. Honestly, the Delta goes away when the leader catches the safety car, which, of course, that is Rick at the moment. But he'll be on fresh. Patuka actually took advantage of that as well. He's gone back onto the mediums, so that's probably not a bad ploy there. Have a fresh set of mediums just in case something like this happened. So here comes Rick into the pit lane. Ooh, gee whiz, I tell you what, he's understeering quite a bit there. He's very lucky he didn't bin it in the wall. So he gets it under the 80k speed limit there. Obviously, it's different in miles per hour, of course. But let's see what tyres he goes on. I'm going to assume it's the mediums. And where he comes out, where Kickbutt Kiwi is, whether he's still under the Delta time, which I think he is. So there's Rick leaving the lane now. Where's Kickbutt Kiwi? I think he's just coming down the front straight now. So he'll maintain the lead, will Rick. And he has, and now he'll take advantage with the safety car. Looking very likely to maybe go on for this race victory. We don't know yet. We get to see the pace of what these guys have on the hard competitor tyres. They can definitely go to the end. But this has worked out nicely for these guys on the hard competitor tyres. Well, the guys, sorry, that went from the mediums to hard competitor tyres. So that, if that was Kickbutt Kiwi, Volcanic, probably can... Well, I mean, these guys, obviously, some of these guys went mediums on their first pit stop, but some of them have gone to the hards to get to the end, so... Obviously, it is possibly doable, but it's a long stretch. think my OBS just disconnected for a second there. My apologies. I think my internet speed's probably not up to scratch with the streaming side of things, but I'm doing my absolute best, guys, so just bear with me. Tends to do this every now and again, of course. But luckily I do have the full recording just in case something like this occurs, but so I thought for a second Nachos and Rock were side by side, but no, they're not. But so we'll probably get another lap under the safety car, I would think. Seeing where the other guys are on the racetrack, yeah, I think we'll get another lap under the safety car. But Mylander doing his great job as always. So there's where we stand on the penalty situation. So 3 seconds for Volcanic and Patuka and Scotty and Ivan. And also Kavuti. 6 seconds for Will and The Rock. And 9 seconds for Jay Nachos. He's got the most penalties at this stage. But, where are we here? This is where we need the pit stops. So you can see, obviously, there's a few guys that are doing 2 stops and 1 stop. So that's probably inevitable with Spain around this track. But there's the movers and shakers up and down the grid. Look at that. Volcanic up 14 spots. Kickbutt up 12 spots. So they've made some really good inroads there under that safety car. They'll obviously have to warm up their tyres as quickly as possible. Otherwise, they'll allow Rick to just pull away. Batuka potentially is back in this game as well. They've also got 6 spots for Ivan and for Artie Chengs. 1 for Nachos and also for Rick. Biggest loser, obviously, has been Chris. Obviously, crashed out at the exit of turn 9. He's down 10 spots. What else we got? 5 spots down for Banana. And for him, 4 spots. Oh, hello. Ivan's around. I don't think he can do that, Ivan, as well, because he reset the track there. Don't want to get in the legal overtake as well. So safety car will be in this lap. And you can't take back your position. You have to stay where you are. So, can't do what they did in real life. I think it was at Imola. As Rock gets a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. I think that's wrong. But he might get that one removed, barring that he doesn't stop at the end of this race. So there's a few guys losing 5 spots, 4, 3, and whatnot. So, here we go. This should be an interesting restart here. Safety car is... See, Rick just waiting till the safety car can go into the pit lane. You have to wait very cautiously, obviously, till the safety car's in pit lane. There's penalties galore here, which was going to be inevitable. You can't obviously pass under the safety car till the green flag goes. There we go. So there'll be penalties galore because of this. Kavuti's... Something weird has happened here with Kavuti. He's dropped back to 14th. But Volcanic and Kickbutt go side by side here. I think there's quite a few guys that got penalties. So 10 seconds for Rick and Kickbutt. 11 seconds now. Obviously, that'll be for the passing under yellow flags. There's movers and shakers right, left, and centre. Patuka's taking advantage of this while he's got grip up his sleeve. Up the air, around the outside into the inside for turn 5. Gets the done. Volcanic will try hard, but he won't get it done. I dare say there are going to be some stewards' inquiries after this. Banana F for myself, lap 1. Yep, fair enough. Had that funny feeling that was the case. Oh, geez, Ned, that's very dangerous there as he gets a little bit of a touch there from Bags Liddell. There's Nachos up the inside of Will in the Alfa Romeo. I think he gets it done with a little bit of forceman there. Here's Banana. He's making some good inroads here. He'll take full advantage of all this. Well, I dare say there's going to be some penalties going to be removed after this race. So Rick still leads by 1.6 seconds after on Kickbutt Kiwi. And Patuka at P3. There goes Ivan. His race is really going down the drain now. Don't crash it into the wall, please, Ivan. Don't bring out another safety car. Back on the inside, there goes Ned up the inside of Volcanic. So Volcanic's dropping back through the field here. Has he got for any front wing damage, or is he just not got the grip at the moment on the hard competitor tyres? So obviously Chris leaves the session. Max Liddell here in position 6. He's behind Volcanic now. He'll try to make some inroads. Tuka trying to make some inroads on his teammate for this weekend, Kick Butt Kiwi. So we won't get DRS enabled till the next lap, so any passes now you have to wait. See, we won't get DRS on the front straight, but it will be back again on turns 9 and 10. Some interesting battles right, left and centre here. You don't know where to look here, really, do you? 2.5 seconds the margin is between Rick and Kick Butt Kiwi as he gets the fastest up of the race, 17.6. Patuka might not even need a DRS here. He's got plenty of slipstream. Bags Liddell, I think, has already got past Volcanic. How much longer, though? Keep an eye on the racing points. They've switched it around. Liddell gets past Volcanic for 5th. Because he's on the medium compounded tyres, so he's got grip up his sleeve. And, well, at the moment, he doesn't have any penalties. So, it'll be interesting to see where he finishes up in all of this. Now his next target is Ned in the Alfa Romeo there. Patuka's not quite pulling away at the moment from his teammate. Of course, at the moment, he's still got currently less penalties up his sleeve with the DRS, but that's a great one there for his teammate. So there'll be plenty of DRS slipstreaming here. Nachos gets another 3-second time penalty. So there's the penalty situation. See, Nachos is, I think, got all 3-second penalties. Rock got a 5-second penalty for passing under yellows. But the two up front here have got 10 seconds worth of penalties, which seems a bit weird. Let's see if I can have a look at that. The race director if I can. It's an interesting front wing camera shot there, but Kick Butt trying to put the pressure here on his teammate once again. On the yellow flag, there's Rock who's around at the final chicane by the looks of it. Not sure whether he's done that all by himself or what, but is Scotty past Volcanic, and Liddell's got past Ned, so he's making some good inroads here. Well, on current form, he'd probably win the race, but obviously with the penalties in front here, but unless the gap builds out to 10 seconds or what between those guys, but let's see if I can find a break in this battles here. That's not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. I'll take a quick breather. Let's see, have a look here. And the issues, there might be a little bit of a time. Where are we? 10 seconds. Okay, so they got 2 each. Pretty much a similar thing on each other. So that would explain why that is the case. Ignoring yellow flag, obviously, for the Rock. There we go with the penalty situation. So I dare say those penalties may get removed later on. Who knows? But who knows? There might be more penalties added on later on. Jack going for Nachos. He's currently position 8 at the moment on the mediums. Trying to chase after Volcanic, although he's got Will all over the back of him at the moment. Although that might be a change of position here. Ned closing into the back of Bags Liddell, who's using every single bit of ERS here. To go for a move, he'll have to try and go around the outside, but I think he'll have the move done as Will does get past Nachos for 8th. So Jack, your man, is doing okay at the moment in position 9. He's obviously lost a spot, might lose another one because Banana's close up the back end as well. Not really quite close enough for a move there. Here's Banana in 10th. So it's still 2.7 seconds, that margin between Rick and Patuka. See, 1 lap difference of tyres on the mediums. You think thought Patuka would have been eking into Rick's lead, but not at the current moment. So could his 3-race winning streak come to an end? This race, we'll have to find out. Nacho's another 3-second time penalty. Want to be careful. As he's in the wall, he's had a big crash. And another safety car has been deployed. That was a massive, massive crash there. Caught the back end of that one. I'm not entirely sure what the heck happened. But we'll see here. What do these guys do? They probably have to stay out. Does anybody pit at this late stage? Nachos, I'm not sure. Hopefully that wasn't another wheel issue. It looks like nobody's going to come into the pit lane. Oh, Volcanic. I thought he maybe thought about it, but then they had a late call to come back in. This looks like Will is going to come into the pit lane. I thought he had the pit lane speed limiter on already, but no, he hasn't. So, Will in the pit lane as well as Kavudi. So he'll get a front wing change by the looks of things and go into a set of softs. Really not a bad ploy here. Artie Cheng's also in. for mediums. For me, doesn't feel confident to get to the end on softs. Will's also on softs as well. So, we think with the amount of laps we've got remaining in this race, you would think softs be able to make it to the end. Yeah, unfortunately, sorry, Jack. Your man is unfortunately out of this race. So, that's really unfortunate for Nachos. Well, don't slam into the safety car, please, Rick. So, hopefully we might have a couple of laps under the safety car. While this is all going on here, I'll take a quick breather, quick drink, and be back. Alright, we are refreshed up and ready to go to the rest of this race. So, as Artie Cheng's now back into the pit lane, this might not be a bad ploy here. I think he's done all compounds nearly, so he'll go back onto the soft. So he'll have the freshest set of this field for this remaining few laps. He will lap 26 of 33. While we're on it, what do you reckon what's going to happen in a real-life Spanish Grand Prix? Is it going to be a ball fest, or are we going to see Mercedes still winning, or can Max Verstappen do something about it? Can the Ferraris maybe do something? I think some of us would probably hope that the Mercedes don't keep winning, but that's probably not going to happen, unfortunately. So, sure what's going on here with Ivan and Will. There's a lot of ghosting through here, so Ivan. Well, he's ghosting on my screen here, so I don't know what's going on here at the moment. Cavuti just obviously trying to do a sneaky thing, and well, actually, Ivan may have disconnected here. Actually, that might be the case here. Actually, as the safety car will be in this lap. Actually, let me check query quickly. Ivan, has he added me to his list? Probably not. So might have to go to the end of this race without. No, it doesn't look like it. So, obviously they were trying to get past him while he's disconnected. Obviously his car is disconnected, so ghosted. So, the safety car is coming in once again. So everyone's just going to take it nice and cautiously here. You can see Rick obviously getting very close to the safety car. You think maybe you just let the safety car go here, but you want to be careful here that nothing occurs here like what happened last time around. Artie Cheng's has got a 3-second time penalty, as you can see very closely there. But away we go. That was a very late safety car restart, I've got to say. And now here comes Ned, putting pressure on Kickbutt, as well as Bags Liddell. They're putting pressure. Around the outside goes Ned on for Kickbutt, but that's not worked out. So he'll take the wide line here, may lose a spot. He has to Bags Liddell. So on current form, he'd be winning this race. But of course, whether Kickbutt and Ecos Rick get their penalties removed or not, we'll have to wait and see. I'm actually surprised not many other drivers came in for the softs. As you can see, there's battling going on right, left, and centre. Here comes Will trying to put pressure on these guys. You can see he's right back in this. Makes some good inroads. He'll be in for a good finishing position. There's Banana and Volcanic go side by side through here. 7 and 8. They managed to get through it nice and cleanly. So Banana moves up to 7th. Now can he make a move on Ned for 6th? Not out of the question yet. So, I mean, on the current form, as Kickbutt, that was not the greatest of runs through there for him. So, what's going on? There's plenty of stuff battling on here. Artie Cheng's is trying to make his way through the field, but can't. So, it's 0.2 of a second between Rick and Patuka. So, this is probably the closest we've seen these two for majority of the race. Obviously, he's got to keep within that DRS window if he has any chance of winning this race. potentially, obviously, there's still a long, long way to go here. Liddell obviously want to try and get past Kick Butt Kiwi. If he gets past him, then it won't matter too much. Potentially, we'll have to wait and see. Will gets another 3-second time penalty. Banana trying to go around the outside of Ned. Where is he? He's going to try. There's Volcanic and Rock going to go side by side as well. Ned goes for a big dive, and there's contact between those two. Dare say Banana won't be too thrilled about that one. Volcanic putting pressure up the inside. Oh, don't slam it to the back of the Renault. Very lucky as Will gets a bit of contact there with the Rock. Gets away with it. And Liddell's putting a lot of pressure. Patuka, another 3-second time penalty. So that'll play a factor into it later on, obviously. This Volcanic and Banana still battling side by side here. It's going to end badly. It is going to end badly. That was inevitable, as he's just done a reset as well. So, again, it's all being caught on camera there, so I don't want to be the commentator that puts in Stewart's inquiry, so if anybody wants to do that, you're more than welcome to. DRS now enabled. So it's 0.5 of a second. If Patuka can get in front, it's potentially he's got this in the bag, because there's a little bit of lag there, and these guys are pulled away from actually Kick Butt Kiwi. So Bags Liddell, if he wants any chance of maybe still winning this race, he needs to get past Kick Butt very quickly. We'll get the DRS to help him out. Of course, the medias won't last too much longer with their tyre advantage. So a lot of battles to keep an eye on up and down the grid. Will's the leading soft compound tyre runner. He's a 9th at the moment behind the Rock. He's just dropped away a little bit. Patuka will get DRS as well, so that'll help him out. He can probably save a little bit of ERS. Rick's probably saving ERS for a passing maneuver, or he thinks there's going to be an attack later on, especially in the front straight. You can save a lot of ERS through here. Bags Liddell putting pressure as well on Kick Butt Kiwi. Oh, that's a bit wide for Kick Butt, so he's going to see if he can try and take advantage. He gets sideways onto the curb there. It's brought Scotty into this, and also Ned as well. So Kick Butt's going to be under attack down the front straight. Where are we with these guys? Patuka trying everything with the DRS, but he's not quite close enough for a move. Where about these guys? Bags Liddell's going to have to go around the long way, but he's got a good straight line speed. Gets up in the 3rd spot. So now can he budge that gap down any closer to the top 2? He's got 3 odd seconds to catch up to these guys with only 4 laps to go. That's my maths right. I hope it is. Anyway, these guys, it's very close as well. It's 0.4 of a second between these two. So there's nothing in it at the moment. Kick Butt will probably fall back into the traps of Scotty as well in 5th. So don't forget, these guys with penalties may probably move up and down the field. Kick Butt gets a little bit too sideways there, so he's dropping off the pace a little bit as he doesn't have the greatest of runs through turn 9, but he's managing to keep in front of Scotty at the moment. 0.7 of a second, so still in DRS range, but he just pulled away a little bit, did Rick. Can't afford to have too many penalties left up his sleeve. Here's Yellows in Sector 3. I think that's Will, who's dropped back a couple of spots. He's back down to 12th position. So now Skavuti, that's the leader of the soft compound tyre runners. 0.7 of a second between these two guys. Liddell is flying at 17.09. He'll probably likely get the fast lap unless anyone on the softs can better that. Scotty has got past Kick Butt. So Kick Butt doesn't look like he's quite got the pace to hang on to a podium. Who knows, he might try and get his penalty removed later on. Try and get a higher up race result. Be under attack from Ned as well. Might be just a difference with the setup wise for these two. That probably is the only way. Might be maybe a similar thing for Ecos Rick if he loses the race lead. Will another 3-second time penalty. Well, if he loses the race lead, that's pretty much it. I mean, the only way he can get it off is because with the 10-second time penalty obviously being removed and maybe try for a higher spot. Volcanic, another 3-second time penalty. Scotty trying to pull away from Kick Butt as quickly as he possibly can. And Kick Butt's still hanging on for the time being. This battle's got law right, left, and centre, although these guys are just starting to feather out a little bit. 1 second is the margin. I think he got it out of the DRS. He did, so that's helpful. That's critical for Rick. You'll see you get a little bit back with the straight line speed. He's using every single bit of ERS. So he's only got only 2 laps to go. He wants this race victory. At the moment, Bags Liddell was sort of making some inroads, but not a great deal. He needs to absolutely go nuts in his last few laps to make any inroads. He'll still be on track for the win. But whether he can get a higher up position or what, who knows? We'll wait and see. This battle's also on as well with Scotty, Kickbutt, and Ned. Banana's just not quite in that window either. Cavuti putting pressure as well on the rock. Cavuti just got to push in as long as he can here on the soft competitor tyres. They will lose grip, so they haven't got much life left in them, I don't think. Where these guys at 0.8, 0.9. You can look at that. You can see that out the 1 second window. So that could again be critical in helping Rick just stay in front. Liddell's just closing in for now. Will another 3 second time penalty. He's dropping way off at the moment in 12th. Volcanic is possibly in there for a top 10. 1 lap to go. It's anybody's game recently. At this rate, it's looking like Bags Liddell has got this one in the bag. Unless Rick can stay in front and potentially remove his 10-second penalty post-race at the Stewards, then he's possibly got this win in the bag. There's Volcanic and Artie Chang side by side. This is for 10th. A lot more points helps out. Soft and versus hards is tight. He's not quite there yet. No, not quite. He's trying everything he can to get 10th place of Artie Chang's. Rick, another 3 second time penalty. That could be critical. So Bags Liddell could potentially still win this thing at this rate. So even if the 10 seconds got removed, I don't think it's enough. It's just nothing in it. Liddell's got to go nuts here if he wants to actually win the race outright. Through the final chicane here. It's going to be Ecos Rick that's going to win the Grand Prix on track. But obviously he'll drop back down the field well after post-race penalties. So it'll be Bags Liddell who gets the race win. Scotty, there'll be movers up and down the timing totem. Yellow's in sector 3. I dare say it's Will, although probably just cars crashing across the line here. Oh my days, what on earth was that race? Well, that turned out to be a lot entertaining than I thought it was going to be. So who gets the driver of the day? That belongs to Artie Cheng's in the AlphaTauri, so well done to him. Oh, well, these guys never amaze me, do they? Amazing stuff, but it's Bags Liddell that will get the race win. I'm not entirely sure whether he'll get it on track, even if after the 10-second time penalty gets removed. But he might keep this race win here, but it breaks the streak for Batuka to winning the last 3 races. His race-winning streak comes to an end. Big Bags Liddell, this possibly is his first race win of the season. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but let's have a look at the final race results there. So Bags Liddell will get the extra bonus point for fastest lap of the race as well, so he wins the Grand Prix ahead of Ned. He finished up in position 2 there after starting on the front row, or started from pole position, I should say. I mean, Bags Liddell probably would have had this one in the back if he didn't have that 5-place grid penalty with Cavuti. Batuka onto the podium there in position 3. Scotty in position 4, so that's good points for him. Banana in position 5. Ecos Rick out in 6th position, so who knows? If the 10 seconds get removed, he could still win this race, so just factor that one in. Kickbutt in 7th. Artie Cheng's in 8th. Cavuti 9th. And Volcanic rounds out your 10. And it's a Rock in 11th. Will in 12th. Ivan in 13th, even though I don't think he was here. And then the DNFs being Jay Nachos, Ecos, Chris, Deputy Dildog, and Chippy were the 4 DNFs, I should say. I'll just get the warning sheet very quickly while we've got an opportunity, just in case anybody wants their time penalties removed. well, we've got a good opportunity there. So if anybody wants to use this, maybe to help them out, I don't know if this will help or not, but get your race directors because you're definitely going to need it, I think. I don't think I can go through. Could I go through it? Actually, let's have a look very quickly. I'll just get the main ones, I think. I don't know if anybody else will need it, but that'll probably have to do anyway. So, oh my days. I'm going to need a breather after that one. So, let's get this one on the screen. So, thank you everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Sorry about the little bit of a moment there where the OBS sort of disconnected, reconnected sort of thing. Again, that's probably down to my internet, obviously. So, you'll have to bear with that for the time being. But, as my game has just crashed, as you love to see it, don't you? So, that's a way to finish it off. So, that's where we're going to leave it there, guys and girls. So, smash the like button if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to the Race Spec Esports channel if you haven't already. Oh, God, I'm just being deafened there for a second. I might just take my headphones off for a second. Hopefully, it's not... Oh, that's not the one I was trying to click there, but no, there's no... Sorry for the deafening now. I might just stop it there. So, with the gamer sound. So, yeah, like I said, smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't already to the Race Spec Esports channel. Follow the Race Spec Esports channel. Links down in the description below for social media. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. They're all down there. If you want to come join the Discord, there's a link down to that as well. If you want to come and follow me on my social media channels, they're down in the description as well. I'm not really sure if they're allowed or not, but... if they're not, I sincerely apologise. But in about what time is it? Oh, my clock's running a little bit quickly here. But about 8 minutes' time, I think we'll be having RS1. So be sure to tune into that one with Matt Plebs, better known as. He'll be doing that one for the Spanish Grand Prix. But we'll be back once again on Tuesday for the Pacific tiers. I think possibly I'm doing double duty again. I'm not 100% sure, but and we'll be back again next Sunday once again, where next round will be the Japanese Grand Prix. So be sure to tune in for that one. 3 races left in the championships for pretty much majority of those streams. Anything is possible. So yeah, until then, it is goodbye.